Okay, we're sort of still waiting for John, it looks like.
Okay.
Let me see if he's got a better ETA. Hold on. There he is.
I believe, no, it's that.
Well, it's John. Sorry, guys, for the delay.
No problem. No problem. So in the meantime, we can discuss, is there any feedback for, I believe, Melinda's here, Bino's here. So the feedback from UBsports app, like the website and all this.
Yeah, I think that I need better understanding of how we're going to be moving from one screen to another. And what, are we using swipes? Are we using tabs? How are we doing that? That's seems to be, I don't quite understand how that works yet. So that's one of the questions that I want to have. I also have some clarity on how we need on the regular site and possibly on the apps, but you guys are going to have to help me there on how the video system should work. We did a lot of talking about it over the past week, trying to figure out how it should work, because it's sort of complex. You know, first of all, technologically, we're joining, we're building a library of videos we're going to have in-house on our AWS database. And then we're also going to be drawing in videos from different places, from Vimeo, from YouTube, from Facebook if we have to, and other governing bodies. They have a lot of, like a USA Badminton and those guys. They have their own video libraries, possibly also the US Olympic Committee. So technologically, that's going to be your challenge, figuring out how to bring it all onto one directory and make it look like they're all coming from the same place. So that's going to be a little bit tricky as far as, in my mind, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge as far as organizing what the players look like and what the thumbprints look like, or thumbnails look like around that. And I'll show you when we get to it what our idea is for the videos on the website when you see them, and how you move from UB Universe and the video box there to the sport portals, and what those videos, what the video box should look like there. And then as you get to deeper screens, like a full screen of a video, you know, what that should look like. And we're hoping that we can figure out how to do slow motion. And I know that's a little bit more of a challenge than regular straight motion. So we're wondering if we can handle that, and how much it's going to take and how long it's going to take. Not that it can't be done. I've seen it before. It's just a matter of how it works on the system. So
I'm sure, yeah, I believe, Melinda, you have any comment on the updates?
Yeah, Greg. So regarding the clarifications that you need from the website or the app, I didn't get the question. Like the swipes, or what was that about?
oh, that's, well, you know, there's they use that on like Tinder, for example. That's all they use is swipes from one to the other. One is, I don't like the woman, and the other way is, I like the woman, I want her to look at me. So they swipe back and forth, and then up and down as well. So I am just wondering if that kind of capability is going to be used on our apps.
Greg, so the functionality of our app is very different from an app like Tinder, right? So basically the app actually works like normal app. Like suppose you have seen Facebook or LinkedIn, right? So they have like tabs, and you can just click around, go into pages, groups. So all those kind of functionalities are there in our app. So for Tinder, for that particular feature only, you have the swipe. Like it's a matchmaking app, right? So you will be presented with like a number of options, and you can just swipe to see different option as well. So we have that options in our gallery preview, like you can see the photos and you can swipe, zoom, all those kind of functionalities are there. But for the general purpose, you will have to navigate using clicks. So that's how apps, like most of the apps are working. And regarding the video session, so for the first phase, we have actually implemented whatever we have on the website. Like we are, for now, we are only taking the embedded codes for the videos. So as you told, I mean, like as we had discussion, like in the initial phase itself, like we know that you are planning to build a library, so we will have to find a way. That's like a challenge. We'll have to find a way to incorporate all the videos, and we need to have much more like research on that, how whether we can like uh, whether we will be able to bring everything under one player. I'm not sure whether that's possible, because embedding works in a different way, and the links work in a different way. So we don't have the option to like we can't embed every videos in our site. So we'll be having to like do some research on that, and obviously we'll have to provide options for uploading videos as well. So that will be working in a different manner. So for that part, uh, we'll need to have much more research to bring everything under one umbrella, uh, in order to check the feasibility also, like whether it's possible or not. Otherwise we'll have to keep them separate, and yeah, we can bring everything under, but the interface or the that kind of things will be like distinct for each. So that's what my opinion about that.
I think what we're going to need is a one database with links, either embed codes or links to our own videos, and then just have a thumbnail for each one of those and present the thumbnails, and then whatever gets clicked by the user, you're either going to go to our own database through a link, or then the embed code. The embed code, of course, you're going to have their player play it, and that's how that works, right?
That was actually my thought. We should be having an option to keep different kinds of videos. Like when a user is kind of adding a video, we'll be what this is my initial thought. We will be asking whether it is a like embedded video or a link that you are providing, or is it a like are you going to upload the video? So depending on the selection, we will be like determining what kind of a video or thing is that type of the video, like whether it's an embedded code or a link or a uploaded file. So that kind of setup we'll have to implement, and that's how I was actually planning in the initial phase. So for the first phase, we are actually, I mean, like we have already implemented the embedded section. So next thing, like we'll be have to handle the links and the
Okay.
manual uploads. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to work that out. That's one of my challenges, is to figure out how to make that happen. It's probably going to be easier on the regular website, because we have a bigger screen, number one, and number two, that stuff has already been done in different ways. So I don't know.
Did you,
What's your feeling, Vivek?
Yeah, this is possible, but in like as I said, we will have to check the feasibility of like bringing everything together. As I said, when a user is uploading a video, I mean like adding a video, we'll be presenting, like we'll be asking whether what kind of a video are you planning to add, whether it's an embedded code or a link or upload from your device, so that kind of stuff. So playing and all those things are possible. That's fine. So I'm not concerned about that. So I'm just concerned about like how this entire thing is going to work. So that part.
Yeah,
Actually,
indeed. Also, I think what one is saying sensible. Like it's very different. Like if you are uploading a video from our end and we are viewing, it's very different than previewing another link or embedded code. That's a different UI structure, and also we have to use a different template for regarding the mobile application. So we need to research, like Milan said, we might need to make a small research, like how we are going to cleanse, and because we need to maintain the current without much collateral damage or something like screen loss or something. We should implement that functionality, right? So first of all, we need to analyze that functionality, then how we are going to implement. So for that, I think, do you have any plan? Like you already said, YouTube or Vimeo. So other than that, we can only the links from Vimeo and YouTube.
Right.
Actually, Vimeo has the option to embed the video.
Yeah.
So yeah, so everything is possible. Like this will be like a kind of combination. So you can actually get an embed code for a Vimeo video, as well as you can get a link from a Vimeo video. So in both ways, everything should work. Like it should work, right? Regarding the players, I guess the Vimeo links will be actually working only on Vimeo players, not on our YouTube players.
It is something a paid thing, like Vimeo should not
Vimeo
be.
actually has a premium membership. It's actually a video library. You can actually upload into Vimeo, as well as you can embed the code or get the URL. All those kind of things you can do. But
My friend, Milan, the Vimeo cannot be played with an embed, or you can use inside a mobile application. It's their policy. We might need to use the Vimeo SDK directly, or else they will not allow. Yeah. So we have
that's why I said we might need some research on what all things are feasible around this, because n number of options are possible when coming to like videos, like taking video from Vimeo as well as YouTube and other platforms. And I'm not even sure about Facebook. So we might be needing some research on that. One other question I actually wanted to ask, like, did you get a chance to go through the website as well as the app?
Yes.
Okay,
John was supposed to do a lot more research on that, but he's had a personal issue come up this week. So he hasn't been able to be on top of that as well as he'd like, I'm sure.
Because we also need John for handling the data migration from the existing site. So actually, Binu was actually working on that and requested John's assistance for that, I guess. So we might be needing his help on determining what all kind of data has to be migrated, so that Binu can actually work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it for the UBsports update. So if we are getting, am I not audible enough?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So like what I have to say is, like, we can move to the phase 2 for the UBsports because we are already started. I mean, like, we have already started with the AT app. Development part. So for the AT app as well as the fitness trainer app, we'll be needing a little bit of changes. The verification process for the trainer as well as the fitness, the trainer. So that part actually goes through the UBsports, right? So we will be anyway like have to implement that in the UBsports. So we can also get started with the phase 2 for the UBsports. So we need a plan on what all things that we should take upon the phase 2 for the UBsports. So
Indeed, actually, that is something which we need to discuss, John, Greg. Actually, the problem is,
please.
The problem is both the AT app as well as the fitness trainer app, since it's all related to the UB universe, and we already have the UBsports app here, and the AT app is on the way. We have already started the development. So basically, there is one kind of user that is already there in the UB one, that is called the the athletic trainer. So he will be verified from the UB universe. Like he will be entering his registration number, and our team, like the UBsports team, will verify his, all those things, and it's a verification status from the admin panel of the UBsports. Only then he will be able to, that is a verification check process that is from the UBsports app database. That will be updated. Only then he will be able to access the AT app. So that is a very crucial thing, and it's the initial part of the application, as well as the fitness trainer applications, which I am going to present today's call. the model. So that is there is also the important key feature is the verification status of a fitness trainer. That should be also be updated from the existing UB Universe application. So I believe what Melinda said is very crucial thing, because the other two application is completely relying on this update from the UB Sports app, so that we could right now we are starting the development, like making the changes manually from the database, and we are making in order to in order to stop continue the development, we are added two users like in a trainer app. By verification status we have started the development, but in actual process we need to register a proper NATA code, like the registration code of a trainer. Only then he will be able to like proper channel, like you need to be able to log into the AG app. Similarly, the same process should be there for the fitness trainer app too. So I think what Melinda is saying makes sense. Like we might need a priority list on the phase 2 that should be charted out very immediately, so that we could start.
Yeah, so Greg, the first thing I need from your side is the like fields for the AT athletic trainer. So I'm sure about the NATA number. So what all fields are required for athletic trainer to be like registered into the system. So, and as well as for the fitness trainer, I believe you guys had a confusion about how the fitness trainer is getting like going to get registered into the system. So in the UB Sports app, we will be providing two options, like verify yourself as a athletic trainer, as well as verify yourself as a fitness trainer. So the first thing I need will be what all things are going to be asked to the user, like collected from the user side. I know about the NATA number. Apart from that, what all additional information or checks that we need to be asking?
Yeah, I believe in the case of fitness trainer, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, it's much more up to the fitness trainer to prove themselves just by having credentials and referrals. There isn't any central organization that qualifies fitness trainers. There are some you can get credentials or licenses from different yoga organizations or different Pilates organizations, but that does, even if you don't have it, you can still do training for those disciplines. It's really the NATA for the athletic trainers that is really strict as far as whether or not you can perform your duty as a athletic trainer. But as far as fitness trainers go, there's no requirement, there's no outside governing body that decides yes or no you're a yoga trainer. But you'll have credentials. You'll have, I'm a certified level 3 yoga trainer, that kind of stuff. But that's not anything that will go out to some governing body and ask them about. That's something that the athletic or the fitness trainer should just have available, maybe a picture of it, of their license or whatever on their site, and that should be one of their pictures rather than on their portal. But
okay. So
it's easier for a fitness trainer.
Yeah, so I understand that there is nothing actually like a serial number or something is not available for the fitness trainer. So like if you can do a groundwork and get back to us, that would be fine. But what I think is like for the athletic trainer, anyway, we will be collecting the NATA number, and if there are any other things, then you can just suggest what are things, other things if that are required to collect from the athletic trainer while he's asking for the approval. As far as the fitness trainer is concerned, we will be asking just the general details as well as for like some images of his certifications. So you guys can verify that in the admin panel manually and decide whether you can provide the approval or not. So that's what I guess that's what my thought on this. So will that work?
Yes, and I'll we do need like it's going to be, unfortunately, it's going to be a manual process up front where one of us administrators has to get the approval from the NATA directly, individually. So we'll just email them during the day, and the NATA will get back to us with credentialing.
Yeah. So that's fine, because anyway this process has to be manual. We can't automate it as far as I know, because
Not
like,
yet. Not
yeah.
yet.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
in that case, I think a proper background check of, like you said, we need to rely on, like a background service, a credential check, like how he's a genuine one, or like how his reputation on the field, or something like that. We can verify him as a fitness trainer. It will be a manual process, like calls and emails. Manually from the admin side. After that verification, if the admin feels that he's a fitness trainer, he will be earning that fitness trainer verification status from the UB universe, so that he could start using the fitness trainer app.
Good. Okay. That's good.
Okay. So I think John is here. So good morning, John.
Morning, all. Sorry I'm late.
No worries. So John, you have anything coming down? Okay. So Binu, you have any updates?
I was actually waiting for John's comments on the database migration task. John, did you get any time to go through the dumps and all?
I think John is muted.
Yeah, John, you're still muted.
Yes.
Sorry, it was off screen. I did not have a chance to look at them since last week. I glanced through them, but I didn't have time to update or provide any feedback.
Okay.
So John, by when we can expect, feedback from your end? Because if we need to go further with it, we need your approval.
Okay.
So we need to we may need to prioritize which all models we need to migrate first.
Well, have you gotten into the old AWS database?
Yes, Greg. I am having the database dump of the production.
So that was all, I believe that was all just photos, correct?
Not photos, the full information, including the groups, bulletins, everything is there. The entire database.
Okay, that's surprising. I thought it was just the photos being held at AWS. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so
Binu, is there anything else? Like if
No, Vivek, I'm done.
Okay. So
John,
Melinda,
yeah, I mean, nothing actually from my side, but John, it would be nice, like if you can assist Binu or regarding the database migration, so that we can actually move forward and like make the migration, so that we can move to the next steps. Like we can actually move to the phase 2 for the UBsports as well as the other apps. So we were discussing that the AT app is under development. So we actually need some changes in the UBsports app for AT app as well as fitness trainer app to work perfectly in the sense the registration or the verification part has to be done from the UBsports app. So we were actually talking about that. I have already requested Greg for any other fields or data that need to be collected from the user's end while they are registering for the AT athletic trainer or fitness trainer app. So,
it's interesting. I had a conversation with an athletic trainer yesterday, and we were talking about the app, and he said the athletic trainers are in the dark ages still. He said that they're still writing up their schedules on a chalkboard outside the training room, and then texting the individual athletes individually and saying to come down. There's nothing structured like this that anyone knows of. So if we set this up, we can start off with having the. It sounded like it was more important for them internally to have the areas allocated. And the problem is that it's so inefficient because the athletic trainer doesn't remember or has written down who's supposed to go to which area. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit of a tug to teach these people how to, that they could be so more efficient. But all they want to do is know how many people are coming into the training room at any time. And they want to know how to invite them, and they want to get RSVPs. They're saying also that in order to get the athletic trainer to do this, it's going to be coming down from the athletic director or the athletic office or the sports office at the school. The athletic trainer is not going to understand this as well. And so we have to keep it simple. I think having the areas will confuse them to start off with. I think it might be, as we were talking about, it might be intelligent to have that as phase 2.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, my suggestion would be, let's build the foundation and get it reviewed, or just UAT and get the feedback and what all improvements or features that actually these trainers are needed. Then we can act on that. That would be the perfect option to move forward, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
that.
indeed.
I wanted to have it all like, really amazing and great, but it doesn't really have to be amazing and great. It just needs to be good. So I think we're starting off with basics is really good. And it'll give us a chance also to try the marketing, to go out to schools and saying, this is what we can do, and take it from, grow from there. And I'll start, as soon as we have a product that I can show, I'll be going to the schools and showing them UBsports and the UBsports app, and then the AT app, and just taking it from there.
Yeah, indeed,
Okay.
Greg. Like you said, the trainer, which you said, like they are writing there the dark ages, like you're writing all those. So it will be, if you release this stuff without this area, like as we discussed, the AT application with the base foundation, like the application, that will be, like an icing on the cake. Like they feel like that because they are already having nothing. So it would be great. They will be loving it. So we can add pleasure after that. Like we can release that. Right now we are on the verge of, actually on the last call we have discussed the area concept. Like it is a bit complicated. Look, we have to think it out. So in the meantime, we have downtime as we have started the development for the AG app, for the phase 1. While we completing, I'm sure that we will find a great way to add the area thing. And, that will be, if we find a good way, if we sort it out, and maybe we could, release it immediately after the phase, the phase 1. So like a phase 2 can kick off immediately after the AT app phase 1. So that would be helpful for, they'll be more fond of it.
Yeah, I think also bringing out the fitness trainer app will give us a chance to talk to the fitness trainers and make sure that we're doing the right thing for them. So far, the feedback that I've gotten is that what they need is just, and they have maybe 1 or 2 rooms that they're trying to fill at any time, like a yoga studio and then a Pilates studio. And so they'll have 2 rooms going. So basically, we'll just have the ability to schedule those, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12 through the day. And then we can add the bodies as they sign up. It might be, we need something that tells us from the fitness trainer how many people they can have in the studio for each class. And, that's, so there's going to be some kind of a limit thing we're going to need there. And then a way to announce to their population to their members when the schedule is, and then for the members to be able to sign up, and then of course to pay and have subscriptions or however they want to work it. So
Yes, actually, we have prepared a workflow for the fitness trainer app. So we will be actually presenting it. So this is basically like we have considered how a studio is being managed, how the sessions or seasons, like if it's a full week session, then we are treating it as a season. So all those things are considered, and we have prepared a flow for how the fitness trainer app is going to work. So if you have any comments or considerations, then you can just uh, mention it right now, and or after the call. That's fine. Anyway, we will be sharing that document with you and John. Yeah, so that's the next thing that we have to say. Vivek can actually give you a walkthrough on how we have planned the fitness app to
Yeah,
work.
sure. Thank you. Thank you, Manoj. So actually, as I said, Greg, I believe John is also hearing. So what I said previously, the construction of the fitness app requires the immediate, the update from the UBsports side. Like I said, we need to verify a fitness trainer from the UBsports. Only then we could, there are two types of users. Since in the athletic trainer app, you could find only one type of user, that is a trainer. So we are not, so there is not much confusion also. But here, we have a trainer as well as a user. So there are two types of users here. So it is very required, and it's very essential to have that status updated from the UBsports. So only with that status only we could determine that is a fitness trainer user, or because already we have not providing any registration in the fitness trainer app. The users are already registered in the,
in UBsports.
Yeah. So it would be good. So I think it is very required. So what I'm going to show is based on that. So I'm going to make a presentation. Like I have already prepared a walkthrough, which we called as a structural flow, like the structural flow of the fitness trainer app, which we can call as a walkthrough to the fitness trainer app, which we are going to build. So it is a I'm going to share it out. So let me see. Let me tell you. Let me know when you are able to see my screen.
You see it?
Yeah, good. So basically, before that, the purpose of I must say why we are following this architecture, as we already said. So this is a preliminary step, which we called as before the wireframe. So this document will help you understand the walkthrough of, it's like a guidebook to your tourist center, like this, or there's a exhibit 1, and there is exhibit 2, exhibit 3. So this is a guideline for that. So if you read this document, you will understand how this wireframe will be like, what all the steps we need to add, all the things are mentioned here. So this is like a guidebook to you to use that. So the purpose of this document is to make sure that we are on the same page of the requirement gathering, as well as the requirement specification. All those things are there. So it is very key important. Like you need to go through this document very keenly, observe all those changes if you want, and if you are on the same page, we can start the wireframe. So based on this document, we will start the wireframe. So the wireframe will be like solid and flawless, and we can easily finish the wireframe, and we can start design the UI design. So the remaining part of the development will be quick as like we can finish it up as soon as possible. So that is the purpose of this document, which I mentioned. So basically, we can walk through as a fitness trainer app here. So there are two types of users here. As I already mentioned, there are a fitness trainer as well as a fitness user are there. So here we are going to walk through as a fitness trainer. So the first stage, when the fitness trainers downloads our application from App Store or Play Store, they install it. So the splash screen, after the splash screen, they will see there will be two options to them, like continue as a fitness user and continue as a fitness trainer. So obviously we are talking about a fitness trainer here. So it is a perspective of fitness trainer. So obviously he is going to clicking or interacting with your continuous fitness trainer. So that will take him to the fitness trainer login. So the login will have an email and password, and sign in button with a forget password. In case if he forgot his password, he can reset that password from there. Or else he has his credential from the UB Universe, which should be a fitness trainer verified credential. Only then he could be able to log into a fitness trainer login. Or else it will show it's not a valid fitness trainer credential. So he must verify, that is a verification is very much required from the admin panel of the UBsports app. So once he gained his verification status from the UBsports app, he will be able to log in. His old credential that is already created in the UBsports can be used as a login here, and he can get into the application. So once a fitness trainer is already, so he's get into it. So now he's get into the application. Now what he could see is, now the important thing, like if I'm a person who's trained me as a, as a fitness trainer, I need my organization. Like iLeaf is an organization, like iLeaf Studio, or like iLeaf Gym. So I need to register my organization. So the next step, we will check that whether he's already registered an organization. So if he is not, he's going to log in, and if he's didn't register an organization, the step will be, please register your organization. So we will be providing like the basic information, like, the name of the organization, owner, or the person who's the chief trainer of the organization, his phone number, address with geolocation coordinates, like exactly where is his organization and studios, all those things. And after that, he need to add his bank account details. Obviously, he need to add his bank account details. That is for his payouts using the Stripe, which we are planning. Obviously, right now we planned using Stripe. So in the Stripe, we have the payout feature, which helps the contribution to the UBsports as well as contribution to the trainer. So in order for that, he needs to add his bank account details while registering his organization. He need to add that. Once our admin team will verify. So if he register his organization, our admin panel or admin team should verify that. Like if I registering my organization iLeaf, obviously our team should verify that whether iLeaf is an organization, is a cook-up one, or is a real one, is there really an organization there. We need to make a ground check, like you said, we have to talk it to the people's, like is there a person like him, or is there an organization already there. So once our admin approves the organization as well as the bank account should be verified by Stripe, only then we could provide the organization as valid. Only then he could make a move in the application, like he can add his studio, all those things. All else he is just will show like it is on pending, on verification status is pending. So he could interact the application, but he cannot add his studio or add his videos, all those things. Only after his verification status is approved from the admin side, he will be able to use the app in a proper sense. So that is all about the registration process. So once he is verified.
Vivek, one question there. You have geolocation coordinates. How are we using an outside service to get that, or it's not? I don't think it's going to be possible to expect the trainer to know how to get there. Lat lawn.
Yeah, sure, no problem. We will be adding a text field that already we will be using Google Places. Google Places can be used. You can enter your address. Obviously, the coordinates will be received from there, or else we will be also providing a button there next to that text field, like a GPS button. When you tap on this, currently, whatever the location you're currently in, you can get that location and you can get that coordinate. That's enough for us. So anyway, we are getting coordinates from the GPS, as well as if he's not he's not on the current place that is actually his location, he can enter, like if we search iLeaf on the iLeaf in the Google map, proper location will be there with a proper address, as well as the geolocation will be determined from the Google. So we can rely on that service.
One update, Vivek as well as Greg. So for the geolocation, as Vivek mentioned, like either you can enter the location manually. Otherwise, the easiest way will be like we can just provide a map view so that user can directly set his pin and the address will be automatically taken. So anything is possible. That's fine. User doesn't need to have like manually enter the exact lat and load. That process is not required. Yeah.
No.
So please continue.
That is completely an automated process.
This is
yes,
John.
yes,
I have two comments or questions. One is, I don't think as the trainer goes through that setup that we should require the banking info immediately. I can imagine that some trainers may have a hesitancy to plug in bank info until they are a little more comfortable with what they're getting from the app. So that should be optional at this point.
Sure.
And they should be able to allow it to enter that data later.
Yeah.
That's number
Uh,
one. The
okay.
second comment I have, and this initially, Greg, is for you. I thought the fitness trainer app was only going to be for the trainers, that the functionality for the users would all come through the UBsports app and site.
I actually would prefer that, but I'm open to suggestion. I would prefer if anyone went through UBsports, because we're still trying to drive traffic through UBsports to build that to be such a, to be a large site and to give all the users the capabilities of UBsports in general, not just the trainer app.
Yeah, the concept, I think, so that everybody's on the same page, is that we don't want users to have to download, 3 or 4 different UB apps for different functions. We want the regular users to just use the UBsports app. So if they're participating with a fitness trainer or an athletic trainer, they don't have to download those additional apps to do to fulfill their functionality. That should all be done through the website and the UBsports app itself. So only the trainer will use this custom fitness trainer app. Likewise, for the athletic trainer app, you're not going to have the clients use that app. It's only going to be the athletic trainer or their staff. So that's our primary objective, is for the regular users. We just want them to go to one place, either the mobile app or the website, and do their end of responding, accepting invites, joining, all of that functionality.
Got it. I think now we understood. So regarding your first point, bank account, we can make it as optional. Like you said, it's make the user like on now. Like, so we can have a status like bank verified status. If that is also not verified, he will not be able to create a session or a season. So he may not be able to add a season or a session. Only if he had his bank account verified, only then he could be able to add a session or a season. So if that's fine. John?
Yeah, I'd have to defer to Greg on that. The only thing I would be concerned of is if they can't, like, I don't know how creating a session actually plays out.
Yeah,
if they have to do that, Greg, in order to see what kind of functionality they get.
I think it's going to be important for us to have a demo set up, so that just with a couple of screens showing what can be done and how it gets done. And then we'll also need to use those question marks and circles with pop-ups that explain what a specific button is supposed to do and what belongs in a specific area.
Yeah, so I would agree that a demo of some sort, because if they can't actually set up a session or something like that because the banking info doesn't exist, the payout system isn't ready, we want to be able to give them some information as to what they're unable to do and how it would work, so that they can make the decision to give that info. So I agree with you, Greg, that a demo is appropriate. How that would be some static content or a video or something.
Yeah, I think video would be nice. Once we get the system set up, we can just do a video and keep it available for.
So Vivek, I think to answer your question, that is an acceptable path forward, that they wouldn't be able to do those things if they didn't complete the banking info. We just have to acknowledge that we'll need some static content or something that gives them an idea of what to expect from those features.
Indeed. So while on registering, while registering his organization, we could add a tooltip near to the bank account, like what is the benefits of adding a bank account. So here the user might already know if we add that bank account right now, he will be able to add studio. Like, what is the purpose of a studio? So we could give a description about what is the advantage of creating a not studio, pardon me, season as well as a session. So what actually and how you are going to earn using a season and session. You can upload a video, you can earn upload a training video, and you could earn using that video. So all those things we can describe inside a tooltip near to that bank account. So user will be able to understand initially itself, or else we can make a general reminder to them while even though this process doesn't stop their registration. So obviously user we're making this optional. He will be here, she can log into the application. Now, after registering his basic organization, his verification status should be updated from the admin side, obviously. But the bank optional can be left open. But basic organization verification from the admin. Once the verification is done, he will be able to access all those things. So the next step, after he logs into the application, so this will be his home screen, where the home screen will be a tab application, like as you said in the UBsports tab application, which means the first tab will be a studio tab. So the studio tab, then the notification tab, then the video center tab, and the settings tab. So I'm going to the step 3, the studio tab. The studio tab, obviously, it is where he's going to, once his account is verified, his organization is verified, he will be able to add his studio. That doesn't require a bank account. So he will be able to add his studio, like his studio profile. So for that, there will be an option on the top right. Like he can create a studio, like he can help the, add studio under his organization. For that, he needs to complete a studio form. Obviously, the studio form consists of his name, studio name, his studio image, his location with coordinates. Like I said previously, he can enter his address, or he can just use his GPS coordinate for the coordinates. Studio, his open and close time of his studio, like on what time he start his studio and what time his closing studio. And the next thing is his services we offered. So this is something we could add from the admin panel, like many of the athlete fitness services like the yoga, Zumba, or something like or services like some kind of services that we usually a studio could offer. So that will be something a checkbox, or we can add a bubble. They need to tick all those things. So that will be the services offered by them. And they can put a contact number, a website, and once they click submit, the studio is created. So here also there is a small admin approval is needed. Since anyone can add a studio name, obviously it is related to money matters. So obviously we need to verify the studio is proper or not. So we already have the coordinates, so it will be easy. It's a manual process, but that requires it, because after this step, there is that particular studio can create a season or session. So that is a money related matter. So obviously we need a verification from our end. So after the admin approval, the studio can be listed out in the studio list. So in the studio tab, basically whatever the studio we created will be listed out down like below for the trainer. Like if I created A organization, A studio, the studio A, then I could see the studio A. Then if I add studio B, then it will be have studio A and studio B. All those that may be listed down. So once the studio is verified, he will be able to click the studio. So obviously he could now set up his studio profile. So the page will, once he click on that verified studio list, he will be taken into the studio profile where he could manage his members. The members are also the new recruits, like new joinees, his trainers. Obviously, his studio might need many trainers. He could add a trainer profile there. So he could basically list, there will be a section called manage members and trainers. So that will be helping you. There will be a separate section for members as well as the trainers, where he could add trainers, like he could add a new trainer, like Vivek is a trainer. So he could add his name like Vivek, he's a trainer, his basic profile, his image, all those things, like a verified, like a training profile. So like that, he could add any number of trainers for his particular studio. And later, he could also visit his membership, like members who's already joined his studios, not studios, the sessions or a season he's already subscribed. So he could also see his members and followers there. So obviously there will be, this is all about those things. And once a trainer is created, now there will be another session called, session tab will be there. So here, it will be like, this is an activity section. The activity has two type of activity in this manage activity section has two type, like session and season. So the session tab will obviously also have a list. If there is no session right now, he can create a session. This is what exactly the session form contains. The session form contains a session name, a session description, like what is actually this session is all about. He can choose a trainer from the drop down, which is already created. Like we already seen, there is a profile to create trainers. So he can choose a drop down, which trainer will be profiling, doing this session. So he can choose from the drop down, and he can choose a banner image. This is like a promoting event. So obviously we can upload a banner image, like describing all the functionalities and the advantage of the session. We can also add a video, like a trailer, which you could say, like a promo video for that session. Like when a user clicks on that profile, he could see that promo video. So that's a trailer for video for that program. Then the next thing will be the start date and end date, on which date it will start and which date it will end. And we can add a participant limit in numbers, like how many people can join, and is it paid one or is it a free one? So if it's a free one, just submit, then the process is done. Season a session will be created and the user could be able to see. So if it's a paid one, then they need to enter the amount, how much, like this session will be costing like $100. Then that will be, in order to, also we will be providing a tooltip there. So while you're creating this session, if it's $100, then $80 is for you, and I'm just assuming the numbers. $80 is for you, and the $20 will be our commission for the UBsports. So that will be listed out with a tooltip there, and obviously that amount what he created for this session will be credited to his bank account, which he already verified with us. So that is during the organization setup, that will be credited to his bank account during the organization setup. So after that, if he enters that amount, like this is $100, and the session name and description, the end time, start time, and the banner image, the trailer for the video trailer, and all those things, and he clicks submit, the session will be created. Now he will be able to see that in the session tab, there is a list called session list. So he could see now the session list. Once he click on that, he could see all this information about the session, like the details, and he can able to edit the details or delete the details, or he can even delete the program. So now also he could see the number of members who join in that group. Also all those, he can also invite, since it's a new program, we can invite people from UBsports if we have an email ID of them. So we can also invite them to join the program.
I was looking for a different thing. I mean, this is what I mean. I
Okay.
was thinking Sag Harbor.
Okay, John, please.
How
Sorry,
would,
I was talking to someone else, and I didn't realize I.
Okay,
Okay.
I have one question for you now.
Yeah.
We're talking about bringing in new members. What if let's say the trainer has 500 members. Are we going to get an Excel spreadsheet, or how can we input or send out invites to 500 people?
Because we already have that limit we already put while registering a session, that a participant list count is there, like 25 is a maximum limit. Obviously, if we already have 25 members join in that session, obviously that invite button will be disabled. Like we will not be able to invite more.
Yeah, my question is more like when the trainer wants to bring in their whole practice and they have 500 or 1,000 members under them, and we want to get them all to join UBsports and then to be parts of this, the trainers, under the trainers umbrella. We need to have a way to invite these people from outside before they even know about UBsports.
Yeah, Greg, I think there's a couple things. One, the trainer probably already has a mailing list that they would send to, and they would craft their own message inviting them and just sharing a link to their, group or studio or something like that. Assuming that you would want to brand it you could provide the trainer with a branded template that they could use for their communication, or you could potentially offer to send the mail yourself, but that would be done through an email service such as MailChimp
Yeah,
or
SendGrid.
some other service, and you would import the addresses that that trainer provided you, and then you could brand it your way. And though it's possible that you could build an API and a backend service to do something similar with your system, there's so much that goes into it with opt-outs and that kind of thing. It's better to continue to use the available service providers for that type of mass communication.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. So that's something that we have to just keep in the back of our heads, that we have to figure out a way, to make sure that the trainer has the opportunity to either send out an email to their people.
So here we are inviting the users already who's joined in the UBsports. So we can only invite them to join this. Like that, because I'm already there in the UBsports with a different session. Just if I am a friend, you can invite me to join this program too. So this is something like within the UBsports, not externally joining a sign-up process, but inviting them to that particular session. That is from the perspective of a trainer. Like in order to earn his business, we are providing that option to the UBsports users already there who are already registered with the UBsports. Can invite them, and he can has the ability to join them if he's already there in the fitness user. So there will be a notification for the user side, like there is an invitation receipt to join the training program, so he will be able to see that training program. That's all. So that is all about the invite.
More people who aren't members of UBsports yet. The trainer, when they bring their practice to UBsports, is going to need a simple and a simple way to get in touch with all their members that they have now in their in their phone book or their database, wherever they have it, and get those members to UBsports.
I think what John said is I completely agree with him. But we can make a MailChimp database. MailChimp has the ability to do that because we can, so that is a good way. But regarding this, I think this we can limit it to the users because we are inviting them to join the program from the perspective of trainer. So this is all about the invite within the application.
Okay.
So moving into the next thing is the creating session, which is similar to the creating the season, which is similar to session, which is also has while creating, this has a separate tab. Next to the session tab, there will be a season tab. When you click on that, it will also have a season list. Like if we already added a season description, it will be there, or else we can create a season, which includes your season name, the description, choose the trainer, which you already created, banner image, the trailer video, start date, end date, the participant limit number, which we could provide, and the payment, if it's free or it's paid. If then paid, then enter the amount and will be credited to that particular registered bank account during the organization setup. So by clicking the submit, the season is created. The trainer can see the details, now edit the details and delete the season if we want. And here also we could able to invite the UBsports fitness users to this program by the trainer if you would like to. So that is the provisions all about the session and season tab. So this is the first tab of the application, like the studio tab. So moving on to now the user or the trainer clicks on his next tab is a notification tab. So the notification tab will list out, the tab for the trainers. Like it is all about the push notification. He will be suddenly, if I'm a person who is going to join a session program of trainer A, so obviously the trainer A will get a push notification like Vivek is joined in your subscribe to your session or season. So that notification will be already we are receiving as a push notification. In case if we miss the push notification, like we are all busy life, we may miss some notification. So in that case, if we miss that notification, there will be ability to see his updates from his particular studios. So the notification tab will have an ability as a filter. Like if I have 5 organizations or 5 studios, I can basically click a drop down. I can choose my studio and I can see the updates, like how many people, what is the latest, like the new trainers have been joined, new recruits can be shown in the notification list, or the trainer, all those things. The new recruits are new. It's obviously all about the training programs and also this season. So how many new members joined, all those information or notification, the trainer could make an update, like all those things had happened while I was away. So all those things will be listed on the notification list. So moving on to that, the next tab will be the Video Center tab. So the Video Center tab, as you said, is a platform. Obviously, it's a platform for both the trainers as well as the users. So here, the ability is, it's an independent platform. Apart from the training program and sessions, here, user or trainer could upload a training video. Here, you could see the videos will be free or paid by the user. So it'll be listing out the videos like in a sequential manner. Like if it's a free video, we will be providing a banner on the top like it's free. If it's paid, then we'll be providing the amount for that video. Like this is so when the user click on that free video, it will obviously start playing and you could see the stuff. If it's a paid one, then obviously he need to complete his payment and in order to buy that video to see that video again. So for the paid videos, so this is how it will be. Like there will be a video list. We could see a mixed format of free videos and paid videos. He can just scroll down and see all those videos once he found something related good, because all videos will have a thumbnail, a title, and a small description. So from the description, if he feels this is something incredible way of doing a squats, so I'm interested in that. So I want to just see that video, then I could just tap it. If it's a paid one, then I should pay the payment and I can watch the video. So the video section will also have a few sections like favorite video, purchase video, as well as all videos. Like you can see all the videos in a separate tab. On the next tab, you could see a favorite video, something like we are scrolling out and we found something like how to do a proper squats. I just don't have the time to see it. So I could just favorite that video. So it will be moved to the favorite list. So I can watch it later. And the next tab is obviously the purchase video. This is only for a section that is used to refine. Once I purchase a video, I can watch it again and again. So that will be moved to the purchase tab. So there will be three tabs, videos, purchase videos, as well as the favorite videos. So obviously, and now I'm coming to the point where how they are going to upload the video. So only a trainer could do that. So also there, where the user could, upload his video on the manage video option, where he could, add a video like giving a title, a description, a video. He can, that's all enough. So he can choose if it's a free or a paid one. If it's paid one, then he need to enter the amount for this video to purchase, or then submit. The video is created and is after the upload is done, it will be go to the video center. So any user can see that video. So also he could manage the video he uploaded. Like if you want to edit the video or he can delete the video, he could do that from the manage option on the top right. That will be only available for the trainers, not for the users. So the trainers can upload a video, but the users can only just watch and buy the videos which the trainers are uploading. So that's all about the video center. The video center helps the trainers to upload a specific video, which can be add as free, because in order to reach the profiles, or else they can add a paid video for some tutorial stuff or something like, and they can also gain the revenue from that. So this is all about the video center. Now moving on to the settings tab. Obviously the settings tab will have a trainer profile, where the trainer can basic info like description, change password, all those stuffs. Like the basic info of the trainer, like the name, description, and this image can be updated. Since already the more informations are there, the UBsports, we are limiting that to the basic info edit. So the fitness trainer can change his name, description, and image. That's all. The other option is change password. The trainer can change his password there. There is option for in the settings page, and then about section, like about UBsports, we can add a description about UBsports there. Terms of service, privacy policy, and logout. So this is all about the trainer application. And like John said, if you are planning that in the UBsports app, then this is not required. We constructed on the basis like a fitness user and fitness trainer. So this is something. So should I continue the fitness user point?
Well, I don't know that we have to continue it now, but I think that the functionality that you've documented, although we haven't reviewed it yet, would apply to a change request in some sense as to what has to be added to the UB Sports app and the UB Sports website. Right, so I wouldn't arbitrarily just throw it out. You guys have put effort into defining that process that the user would go through and the functionality. That would seem to me to be a corresponding change request to the other apps.
Yes, indeed.
So I don't know if we want to review that now.
Yeah.
Since our mind is in this path, I think it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think I will show you this document right now. Since you already said, I think this is not required right now because we expected, we constructed in the way like both the user and trainer are on one single platform. But in that, if you said it's only for the trainers, then obviously what I said is concluded the application. This is all about the trainer application, which I explained to you right now. So this is all about the basic registration, studio tab, which helps you to add the sessions and studio seasons, makes a revenue, and you can manage the members. And the notification tab lists all his missed out notifications, like how many members have joined, all those steps. The video center is a unique platform that will help him to upload his unique trading videos and earn by the revenue by that. And obviously the settings tab will, is provided for the basic information edit and change password and logout. So this is all about, yes, great.
Yeah, they all make sense. That is something that should be available on the app. But the users of the videos are probably going to be looking, or are going to be looking in from UB Sports, not from this app, and from the UB Sports app as well. So they're going to be looking. We have to work out that part of it, where the videos from this trainer are going to show up on the UB Sports members app or site when they're there.
So obviously, as John said, there will be, if it's all UB Sports app, then there will be a lot of change requests. All whatever we plan for this application will be implemented there the same. But like the video center is not there in the UB Sports app, so we need to incorporate that a video streaming platform inside the UB Sports current app in order to, because whatever the training, also. So that is something we need to add. So that is one change request, and also the ability to see the fitness studios near to them for the users. Like
Vivek, if we are moving the user module completely into the UB Sports, then we'll have to follow the same approach as well as, we have to see this thing in the same way we have approached the AT app.
Indeed.
The studios, fitness studios, as far as I concerned, the fitness studios will be again have to be another type of group, a private group kind of stuff inside the UB Sports, and the functionalities from the UB Sports, all the functionalities in the UB Sports group, which are applicable, can be brought to this fitness studio. And for the video center, I guess we will be, again, it's subject to questioning, but I guess we will be having to remove the concept of video center from the application. And anyway, the group has a video tabs or those kind of functionality in the UB Sports right now. So we will be have to bring the paid videos, those kind of stuff only to that video tab or the video section inside the group, so we can avoid the entire video center concept, which is taking up a space of a complete tab. So that can be only limited to the video section inside that fitness studio. So we can have a discussion on what kind of changes which are required for this model, this particular model, if we are bringing the users completely into the UB Sports. So there might be a little bit of changes, but not that big, I guess.
Yeah, actually, it seems like most of the changes are going to put the functionality back into the UBsports app as opposed to this.
Yeah, the trainer functionality remains the same. Trainer functionality remains somewhat the same, except the video center tab will not be like be there. We have I mean, like put a dedicated tab for the video center, so that will be actually removed and put inside the fitness studio. That's what one change I can think of right now. And other stuffs, I'm not sure. All the stuffs mostly can remain the same, as I uh, think. For the customer like user base, we will be having a separate fitness studio kind of type of group inside the UB Sports, and all the facilities inside the fitness studio, the sessions, seasons, joining request, uh, payments, all those things have to be like included in that group. So that's how the AT app is currently designed to work. Uh, so I guess we will have to follow that way if you are planning to bring the user base into UB Sports.
Okay, so I think that the solution to what happens on the site, as opposed to, well, I guess the app too, is that the trainer, when they set up their practice on the app, needs to that needs to also propagate a group on UB Sports. And
Yes, yes.
so when they form that group, then all those videos that are either going to be free or paid could live in different playlists on that group page.
Yes.
Okay, so that would solve the problem as to how the members would, or their particular students would
Yes.
get a hold of that those videos and get access to that the content, and then to sign up. And that also acts as an advertising for the trainer and the studio by having a group and having that group geolocated. And then a member could say, I'm interested in trainers within 10 miles of me. And that the group would be geolocated to that area. We already have on the current UB Sports, we have zip code functionality so that you can do that. You can look for a person or a group within a certain number of miles away from you. So by continuing with the group concept onto the UB Sports app and site, that solves that problem. A lot of problems actually, but that also solves the problem as to where to put those videos.
Yeah. Yes. I believe so. Uh, Anyway, Vivek will be sharing this document with you guys, so you guys can actually review the entire workflow for the fitness trainer module. You can leave the user module for now, because all those functionalities will be again going back to the UB Sports app. So the only point which I had to like emphasize right now is like this fitness studio that we have mentioned in this particular module will be actually a group inside the UB Sports. So it will be actually converted into a group inside the UB Sports. So that's the thing or the point which you have. I mean, like you have to remember. So right that way. I mean, like I guess that solves the problem, and that actually works without a lot of change. I guess. I hope so.
I think that'll be the best way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
So
I think that makes sense. So I think we will also have review how we're going to incorporate that within the UV sports without, as I said, with less damage, or how we could reconstruct that. That we will be working out in the meantime.
That discussion we can take up offline. I have already,
Yeah.
I mean, I already have a concept of how it's gonna reflect. If we are, I had a backup plan, like if we are going to have this user base already moved to the, like, if you are planning to move the user base into the UB Sports, how it's gonna reflect. So that's how we actually planned the ATF. So we can work it out that way. That's fine. But anyway, Greg and John, I recommend you guys to please go through and review the fitness trainer module of this document. and the functionalities that we have listed out. If you are okay with it, then we can proceed and start with the wireframing part. So
Okay, great.
yeah, so to
Uh,
conclude, like
so
the main three things I require from you guys are first thing would be the data that needed to be collected from the athletic trainer as well as fitness trainer for their approval. Uh, that would be the first thing. The second thing will be help of John related to the database migration for the existing platform. And the third thing would be the comments or concerns related to this particular document.
That's great.
Okay. Yeah.
so Greg, I'm sorry to interrupt. Greg, can we get an approval of the workflow that Vivek is sharing by today or by tomorrow? Because
Say by tomorrow.
our team.
Obviously, it's already late for you guys. So
Yeah.
I'll work on it today and send it to you.
Yes.
I'll send it to John, then John can do his magic on it, and we'll try to get back to you by tomorrow. But I'll also send it to you so you can see what my adjustments would be.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
our
So if you could,
yeah,
if you could
priority
verify the document, if you could verify the document and approve the flow, then we could start. As I mentioned, the document, you will understand. We can start the wireframing. For the trainer app, fitness trainer app. So that can be done in the meantime while we discuss about the integration of the fitness user into the UBsports app. We could start working on the wireframe of the fitness trainer app. So that will save our time.
Okay. Are you still using the Figma for the AT app?
Yeah.
Okay, and also the Figma for the UBsports app and for the site?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah. Right, Milan?
Yes. Yes, Vivek.
yeah, I actually didn't hear that. What Greg was asking.
Are you
Can you
using
repeat that?
Figma still?
Yeah, yes. Actually, the designing part is completely done in the Figma. So developers will be actually referring the Figma for the development purpose.
Okay, and do you want us to put notes on that as we see them, or where do you want us to give you notes for that part for the AT and for the UBsports app?
Okay, so it's okay. You can use Figma. Otherwise, you can just type it up in a notepad or put it in Slack. Anything is fine. If it
Greg,
is more, yeah,
Greg, I
help.
think John has created a GitHub account for creating the tickets.
Okay.
Oh, for the UBsports app, then you can use the
Yes.
GitHub. That's fine.
Okay.
For the AT app, anyway, it's under development. So when the time comes for the feedback, then we can go ahead and use GitHub. If you have any comments related to the designs, then obviously please put it in Figma. That would be very much helpful for us.
That would be okay. I'll do
So
that.
the priority would be for the workflow for the fitness trainer app. So I would request you guys to like confirm or go through it and mention your thoughts on the fitness trainer module for this document. So that would be the first priority thing that we need to move ahead. Ahead.
For the fitness trainer? Okay, we'll work on that. I'll hit that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
That would
other
be
two
great.
things are for the phase 2 for the UBsports. I need the data that need to be collected from the AT as well as the fitness trainer for the registration purpose.
Okay, John, can you walk me through later on after we get off the database and how that looks and all that?
Yeah, let's stay on after everybody logs off because we have a couple other things to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay. Great. Any other stuff on your agenda, Vivek?
No, actually, the main agenda of this call was the discussing about the fitness trainer application, and obviously that is done, and we have make important suggestions, and we have make changes. And so, I would like to inform you that by the next meeting, maybe I could show you a demo of the AT app at least some point, like the registration, all those steps. So, make some point of demo I could show you of on our next meeting. So that will be our agenda on the next meeting. And obviously we could discuss more refined elements on this fitness trainer application. Obviously I will be looking forward for the review of the fitness trainer application. I request you to, I request you to verify it as soon as possible, as we can quickly move to the wireframe design. And once the wireframe is done, we need to move to the UI UX, then we need to start the development. So it would be wonderful if we could review it tomorrow itself, and we could start to make changes, and we could start the wireframe design according to that.
Okay, great. I'll work on all of those right next.
Sure. Thank you. So that's all from my agenda. So is there anything else, Binu or Milan, need to add anything?
No, nothing from my side, actually.
No, Vivek.
So I think that's all, Greg. So if you have anything else.
That's where we are right now. I do need to circle back with the video concept. And either, I can do a Zoom tomorrow or the next day and go through that whenever you guys are available, and just show you. It's just a couple of things that I've scribbled on, basically just written on, and just to show you how I can see these things working properly.
Sure, indeed. Please, please share your thoughts. You could share that too. If you can share it in the Slack, or else you can share the comments. But we are looking forward for that the feedback from your end regarding the document. The document will be shared immediately after this call to you both, so you could review it together and make a discussions. And if it's good on the flow for the trainer application, then we can proceed with the wireframe.
That'd be wonderful. Okay.
Great. So I believe that's all from our end. So can we conclude?
We're concluding.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great job.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, John.
Have a great
was a
week,
great
and
discussion.
we'll be looking forward for the next meeting.
Us too. See you then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Greg. Bye, John.